Hello, my name is Cory Martens, and today we're going to talk about how I view teaching as a coaching position. I've been around athletics my entire life, so it's no wonder that I'm quick to think of a metaphor for coaching as a way to relate my teaching to something that I'm very familiar with. Because without athletics, I probably wouldn't be at the place where I am. I definitely wouldn't be at this college. So, without athletics, my life would be drastically different. And so that's why I think that as a future physical education teacher, I want to have that same impact on kids. I've had several coaches and teachers have profound impacts on my athletic, academic, and personal lives. And so I think that that's where I want to become when I graduate and get into the role of teaching and coaching. I want to have that same impact that they've had on me. Coaching and teaching are so intertwined that a lot of the same methods for teaching your student or athlete are used. And so, as a future physical education teacher, a lot of the things that I'm learning are going to be easily applied to both. And so, having coaches and teachers from my past give me that example of what it takes to be a good coach and a good educator, and bridging the gap with the student is something that I want to achieve as well, but it's something that's not easily achievable. I like to think teaching as a coaching job because the practice that you put in, the day in and day out that you see these kids, is a great example of why teaching is a great metaphor for coaching and coaching is a great metaphor for teaching. They're interchangeable, okay? You see your students and you train and coach them every day in the classroom. Now, as a coach, you may not see your athletes every day, but every practice, you're teaching them. So you can see how this metaphor can greatly shift and adjust how coaches and teachers view their students. The last thing I want to mention in regards to my metaphor for how I view teaching as a coaching position is the relationships that are built in both areas. Think of one teacher that you've had that just had the most profound impact and you just built a strong relationship with them. I'm sure you probably can make him think of more than one, but I'm sure there's one teacher that comes to mind when you think of that. Okay? Now do the same thing for any sporting or athletic event that you've done. I'm sure there's one coach that's stuck out there. And so this metaphor bridges the gap between these two. And so you can think of the relationship as an intertwined concept. A concept that isn't complete without the other. It needs the both. So that's why I think it's great to use the relationship building as a as how I also view teaching as a metaphor for using coaching as becoming a coaching position.